What if Shadow the Hedgehog was a playable character in Smash Ultimate? Time to dust off the Echo Fighter shelf and experiment how good of a character Shadow could be to deserve a spot on the Smash roster. In this video, we will take a look at the Ultimate Lifeform strength and determine what the best moveset can be for this character. But please keep in mind, this is all coming from a perspective of someone on the internet. There is no need to bash me or anyone in the comments for just simply stating what they think is cool or not. Let's be professional and keep it clean in the comments. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy concept of an idea for a moveset for Shadow, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. To start things off, it's pretty much safe to say that Shadow should obviously stick to his rocket shoots that gives him the iconic and unique running style that we all know and love. His speed will make him the second fastest in the game right under Sonic. But why the second fastest? Guys, in my opinion, Sonic is faster than Shadow, and Shadow just by default can easily beat the entire roster in a 1v1 race. Again, those are my thoughts on his speed, but regardless, for aesthetic purposes, having him stick to his rocket shoes for running is something that I needed to point out. I know running isn't part of a moveset, but I just wanted to make clear of it. I don't want to see any of the running animations that we see in those Olympic games, you know what I mean? Now, the jump. Big, how is a jump part of a moveset? Well, in most cases, the jumps characters do in Smash Ultimate does impact performance for characters, so for that reason, I classified the jump to be part of a moveset. Anyhow, logically Shadow's jump should be the same as Sonic's, and many of the Sonic games where Shadow is playable, his jump is very identical to Sonic, so with that said, the typical ball jump. So now that we got all of that taken care of, let's go ahead and talk about some input commands. So what would Shadow do if one were to press the B button on their controller? Well, Shadow would have a projectile, and the projectile will be Chaos Spear. We see Chaos Spear be demonstrated by Shadow a couple times in the games and in the shows. This would be launched a bit faster than Link's arrows, with an additional effect of a 1-second auto-target aim type of system. This will also help connect your attack onto your opponent. You can also launch the attack in the air while also having the same additional effect. How about when you hold B? Zero build-up projectile effect as well? Yes. Similar to a charge-up like Samus and Mewtwo, you can build up a powerful Chaos Spear to launch at your opponent. This would cause a great knockback force at high percentages, even to the point where it can kill for a stock. There is a punishment to launching a powered Chaos Spear, however. Shadow would remain in place for some time, so if you happen to dodge the attack, you have a chance to attack him. And that would sum up the projectile capabilities for Shadow. Also, it's just very iconic, and I also do believe that is a very big necessity for Shadow to have a projectile, and that being the Chaos Spear. So, Sakurai, if you're watching this, you gotta make that happen. Going along with the lines of the B command, let's go ahead and talk about the down B, the counter. Does Shadow contain a counter? Yes, and an awesome one in my opinion. Just like any other counter that a character can use in Smash Ultimate, when you use the counter, you'll be able to hit them with brute force. So, for Shadow's instance, he would be able to use Chaos Control, and he'll kick you like how he did to Silver in Sonic 06, and the fake image projection of himself in Sonic Forces. Can this be used in mid-air? Yes, but the kick will send you down, so it is a chance for you to spike your opponent, which is something unique because I haven't seen a counter in the game yet that can do that. It's quite unique if I do say so myself. You won't be able to spam this counter, however. There is that time frame you have to wait till you can use the next one. Time similar to Mewtwo's down B, where if you miss, there is that time frame you have to wait till you can use the next one. This is all for the sake of balancing this thing out. Next up, we have the side B. Shadow radiates a dark red aura around him when Chaos Rage activates. Similar to the move that Shadow pulls off at the end of the fight against Mephiles, it would be an invincible dash attack just like Banjo-Kazooie. And you guessed it, it would be limited to not only 5, but a 3-time usage. Why 3, you may ask? As I explain Shadow's moveset later down the road in this video, you will see why 3 is a reasonable amount, and I would call this move the Chaos Rush. Chaos Rush would kill at a high percentage and cause a little bit more damage than what Banjo can pull off. The Ultimate Lifeform isn't a joke, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we got the B button out of the way, let's go ahead and focus on the precious A button that's going to play a massive role into Shadow's moveset. What standard attack combo would Shadow do? He'll be able to do that jab in place just like Sonic if he's not hitting anybody. However, unlike Sonic, where he lands only 3 hits as a standard combo, Shadow would be able to unleash a barrage of combos like he does in Sonic 06. Shadow's more of a fighting machine than relying a lot of a homing attack like Sonic. So Shadow using his fist and feet is very crucial to his style of fighting. Would you be able to juggle around combos like Mario? I will get to that in a bit. There's a crazy concept of idea how this can be executed. Before I get into the execution part that I talked about in the last showcase, let's go ahead and focus on Shadow's smash attacks. The front smash. Shadow's front smash would be a charge slam, similar to Wario. Another example is that glow that you see that is around him when you're going out of a jump in the games like Sonic Heroes, for example. It would deliver some sort of power. This would obviously cause some great knockback force, especially if opponents at higher percentages. You'll be able to do this front smash attack in mid-air. How? All you would have to do is front smash after a jump, and you'll be able to perform this attack even in the air. Keep in mind, the distance covered for this attack isn't going to be a lot. You would have to be pretty close to land the hit effectively in the air. Otherwise, you'll be coming straight down like normal in the games. This would also cause you to consume a jump. For balance purposes, if you were to miss, you would have to try your best to make it back up onto the stage. Speaking of going back up onto the stage, let's go ahead and backtrack and talk about the up B. Me being unorganized, I just realized that I didn't talk about that input command, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Shadow's recovery would be teleporting. Just like Mewtwo, you'll be able to recover at a good distance. We see him do this a lot in the games and shows, and it basically has become second nature for Shadow to do that. So, keeping it simple, we're gonna stick with the teleporting. He'll be able to do little teleport animations as he decides to dodge left and right, and I just think it just fits more of Shadow's personality and fighting sequence. Now that we got that taken care of, let's go ahead and talk about Shadow's smash attacks again. So, Shadow's up smash, what would it be? Shadow's up smash would be a kick that sends opponents into the air. To give a better visual, picture the kick that Shadow does in Shadow the Hedgehog when he does a standard combo, and how he sends infinite in the air in Sonic Forces. Now, what would Shadow's down smash be? Shadow's down smash would be his iconic double fist throwdown, Dragon Ball Z style. We see him do this to his opponents in games like Shadow the Hedgehog and Infinite in Sonic Forces again. Now, how would Shadow be able to pull this off if he were to stay there in place while the opponent's next to him? Well, something unique that could work is that Shadow would be targeting an opponent that's next to him, and he'll do a little jump over that character and he'll perform the attack. This attack can be blocked and punished, and Shadow would spin back to his original position, which would cause vulnerability and allow you to attack him. So, time it well and risk it at your own will. We haven't really seen a down smash be executed like this before, so it does give a unique taste to Shadow's character and how he would attack someone like that. Oh, by the way, speaking of down smashing, for Shadow's down air, let's just keep it the same as Sonic's. Alright, just keeping it simple. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about something cool. Shadow's special gauge. Now this unique gauge would be similar to Cloud, where Cloud charges it up, except Shadow won't be able to charge this up. Instead, this thing would fill up on its own at a slow rate. When it's full and the meter is ready to be used, Shadow can perform the Chaos Blast ability as seen in Shadow the Hedgehog. The impact of this ability would be the same as Hero's Energy Explosion, where if you're up close it will cause serious damage, and at a distance you take damage but not as horrific as up close. Just to give a visual picture, just picture yourself against Hero and how you would get hit depending on where you got hit. Big, that's pretty busted if you ask me. Well, Hero's busted as well, so I don't want to hear it. Haha. Let's go ahead and talk about Shadow's ultimate special. Shadow's ultimate special would transform him into Super Shadow just like Sonic. With his rings taken off from his wrist, he would unleash a massive wave of Chaos Spears. This move would be very difficult to dodge, and it will cause big damage and most likely can secure a stock depending how much damage your opponent takes. Every time I picture Shadow taking off his rings as he goes Super Shadow, just picture as the Kaioken Super Saiyan God form of Goku, and just unleashing a barrage of explosive energy waves. That's how I picture it, and that's how I should visualize it when he uses a special. So I think that would look pretty cool. And last but certainly not least, the neutral air attack. So Shadow would be able to do his little spin dash, and it would be at a more powered rate. So picture it when he was up against Knuckles in Sonic X, and how Knuckles was having a very hard time trying to push Shadow away from him. So Sonic is able to do this in the games normally, but it's not really strong at all. So Shadow would have a much more powered spin ball attack in the air thingy, whatever you would like to call it, but at a more powerful rate. That is pretty much it on the moveset that I came up with for Shadow in Smash Ultimate. Did you enjoy what you saw? Drop a like on this video. This is my very first off-topic video on the channel, as my channel is heavily focused on Pokemon. Support is always appreciated, and if you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you disagreed with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts and or opinions about what Shadow could possibly have for his moveset. Hopefully we get to see Shadow make his debut in Smash Ultimate, rather than him remaining on the shelf as an Echo fighter. He deserves to be on the roster, as he would deliver such a different feel, rather to say, and all these standard Echo fighters we have right now, they're all the same. Like, come on man. If this video blows up and Sakurai sees this and makes the decision to do it, then that would be so crazy and awesome. A fanbase can make a massive impact, so don't underestimate it. If you like what you saw, share this video. Share it on Twitter. Share it with everybody. Get this video blown up. We can do it. We can do it. All you Shadow fans, we can do it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I worked so hard and it took days for me to produce this video, so I would heavily appreciate any type of support. With the release of Sword and Shield coming soon, you can expect content on that too. But with that said, I will catch you guys later. Peace.